Woo! Got home last night and we are out first thing Saturday morning in the tropical heat of the UK. I am shattered. Big couple of weeks, big 3 weeks actually training, so I'm out here and I'm going to take the pram. I'm going to roll back to the first park run. Hopefully Nina doesn't start crying halfway around. Hopefully I don't start crying halfway around. Probably more chance of me crying. And yeah, let's try and have a bit of fun with a pram. Probably regret it halfway. Certainly I've got 2 handfuls of excuses. I don't even know where this parkrun goes. We're at Ormskirk, Edgehill Uni. That's one place I never went to, uni. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back from our training camp, 3 weeks out in Belgium. As you can see from the intro video, I look ready for retirement on a state pension, never mind skiing. It was a big 3 weeks. I've come back shattered. I've come back to 27 degrees at 9 AM as well. So I decided before we start this training block, I'm going to get out there, but I'm going to do it with Nina. I'm going to do it at the pram like the very first training video I did on here. And let's see how I've improved with a pram.
Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
And off we trot. Now, I did try to learn my lesson from the last time I did it with a pram in Southport, where we set off surrounded by 500 to 1 shots to win this thing. But everyone seemed to underestimate a man with a pram, and I got swamped around at the start. And yeah, I am absolutely boxed in, trotting along way under what I would be liking to trot along with at the start, and I'm not even the lead pram. So getting into the top 10, top 5 of this thing, or even a sub 19, is already not looking great, because we're in the pack and the leaders are getting away and the time is getting away. We're running at 4-minute pace here. Now, there was some good news though. There was a gingerbread man festival on in Ormskirk, or should we say gingerbread person? I'm not sure in the 21st century what we're going to say, but it did mean that Nina was adamant she was going to find a gingerbread man somewhere on this course. So tears could be avoided and entertainment was set as I hit the gap and get into the lead pram position. Yeah, we're going to find them. Come here. So yeah, Nina's adamant we're going to catch up with the gingerbread man, and I'm adamant that I need to make some early passes. I'm into the lead pram position. I've dusted off a few people, and by my early calculations, I've just moved into 19th position. Now, obviously, 19th is not what we're here for, and quickly we're up to 18th. But as you can also see around this parkrun, the paths, they're pretty tight. So passing with a pram is not easy, and I've got to just accept that for the majority of this first K, I've got to go with the flow, and where I can, pick these runners off one by one as we slide to 17th. Another thing you've got to be wary of, we're running with a pram, is that you will have a constant chat from the 3-year-old that you're pushing. Now, Nina was a lot lighter when she was 1. Now she's 3. She requires a bit more energy on these inclines. Ormskirk Parkrun, it's beautiful. The only problem with the pram is it is undulating. There's definitely some ups and downs, and there's a horrible, horrible hairpin bend after 2Ks, which you have to do twice. So I had underestimated the difficulty of navigating this parkrun with a pram. However, I can honestly say that this parkrun is up there for scenic beauty. And there's a bit of organisation coming into the running groups, and as they move to the left, I can pick off a couple and slide to 15th. So let's get our way to the first K marker and see the damage of being a bit boxed in, what that's done to our time. I'm in with the geriatrics, as I so often am at Parkrun. There's so many impressive people in their 50s and 60s that do these park runs. I must say, I hope I'm in that kind of shape when I'm their age, because great goal to have. Great to see so many people still out getting after it, or even on a Saturday morning in 27-degree heat. Now I hear a funny noise, and it's just dawned on me that the brake of the pram has been slightly catching. So I've had to do a quick rejiggery of the brake, got it off, and we've hit the first K in a 4:02. Now, the goal is obviously to finish as high as I can, but also the goal is to get around or under the 19 minutes if I can. The first time I did a Pram park run, we were 19:59. So sneaking under that 19 minutes is definitely on my mind. However, setting off with a 4:02 first K, you times 4 by 5, you get 20. And that is not exactly where we want to be. We don't want to be in 20 minutes. So we need to start somehow up in this pace. But to help with that, we also need to overtake people. And I'm trying to get past this guy in the red, but I'm boxed in by the guy in the grey. So it's a bit of an outside on that bend to go on the inside of him in this bend. And we've got the man in red, and in doing so, we've now also got the grey top. But one thing I've learnt, not many people like getting passed by a pram, and Grey Top has just found the turbo button and he has hauled back past me. But it was an unsustainable move. The head rush, it's gone to his legs, and the man with a pram comes back slow and steady. 13th position is mine again. Now we've got 2 blue tops to get after, and thankfully we've done a lot of uphill till now, and we're about to swing to the left and take advantage of a nice downhill section. So 12th position soon becomes 11th as I don't have to push anything and I can open up the stride. Onto the shoulders now of 9th and 10th. That top 10 is becoming realistic as we dodge through a couple of bollards. Don't want to plant Nina into one of them. And the guy with the orange top certainly knew that the chariot, the man with the pram, had got onto his shoulder. That cheeky look confirmed to me that he was getting nervous, but we were coming into the section that was absolutely designed to scupper a man with a pram, or anyone with a pram. This is an uphill drag now. Uphill drag out the campus back onto the top fields, and in halfway up this drag there is a hairpin bend that nightmares are made of. The gingerbread man's there, Nina's happy, she's waving. However, I stop and then have to get Nina back up to speed on an uphill drag, and that really stung my quads. Before we get to the top fields, my heart rate has rocketed through the roof, and the lactate has definitely increased in my quads. To be honest, I had no other option, but I had to get everything back under control. I'd had tears once on a park run round Preston on the dreaded hill. In doing so, though, I have to slip back to 12th, and 9th and 10th, they've got a good gap on me as well. You can also see now that this isn't concrete. This is like a gravel section, loose gravel, not designed for a pram. We hit halfway in a 9:50. Quick maths, that's not good. 19:40 that would be if we kept this same pace. But we're not here for that. It's time to refocus. It's time to get after the rest of these runners. We've got to hunt that top 10 at the bare minimum and see how close we can get to 19 minutes. It's going to be tough, but let's get after it. Let's see if the man is made of stern stuff. Quick rendition of Old MacDonald kept me going, and I can see those 3 people in front of me coming back. I'm definitely settling back into a respectable running speed. The 3rd K is always going to be slower with that hairpin bend, so a 4:02 was slow, but the rest of this park run is going to come to me as the heat's got to that man, and into 11th we go again. Nina's still going, which is nice. It's always nice to have a happy daughter because, let's be honest, when she turns 4, she's going to be starting these herself, whether she likes it or not. It's time to get after it now. About 1.8 Ks, and I know I've got to get this respectable time back in, and Orange Top has come back to me.
Can't think, man.
I do like to try and give some encouragement where I can. You've got to remember that this is a great community, so the more you can encourage, the more people come back. Nina switched up a song now to Along Came Polly, and this chap in a blue top is doing a cracking job of pacing this park run. he's consistently upping the speed, and I'm not upping it much more than him. So obviously he's come with a plan, and he's dragging me to the other runners. But on the downhill, he knows what's coming. He decides to move over as we slot past him into ninth, back down onto the bottom of the campus. As we swing to the left, 7th and 8th are literally just ahead of me. So that man in the blue top has done a cracking job of dragging me to the other runners. We dust them off in no time, swing to the left through the bollards. The 4th K pops up in a 3:38. I'm on for a respectable time now, and 5th is just up ahead. You can see him. Things are going to get a bit fruity though, because we are coming up to that hairpin bend, and as you can see by the camera angle this time, I'm way more hunched over and in a much deeper pain cave than I even was on the first K. Swing to the left, Nina's waving to the gingerbread man once more, and I struggled. I really struggled to get back up to pace going up this hill. It absolutely burnt every part of my body, to be honest, to get up that hill onto the gravel, and they started coming back past again. Dropped 2 positions back to 8th. I couldn't believe it, but I just had to reassess. I had to get that breathing and heart rate back under control on this gravel. It's also slower for the Pram, but we're digging in. I didn't want to finish slowly. I knew that I could finish strong if I just got things back under control. And we came to the final, the grand finale. We dropped back down onto a running track, and the man who'd come back past in the grey top, he knew the inevitable was going to happen. I was opening my stride. I was feeling good. The finish was in sight, dropping down onto the lower level, and I thought Mr. Blue Top was out of reach. He's done a cracking job. Full credit to that man for pacing it. But I thought, right, 100 metres to go, final stretch of a running track. Let's put it all in. I'm checking the watch. I knew that time was there or thereabouts for a 19 minutes. I open it up. I could feel the pain of that man. He was trying his best to stay ahead of me, but I finished really well, finished strong, smash across the line. And the 5th K was a 3:38, absolute respectable with that hairpin bend in it. I gave it my all, respect the man in front, didn't want to pass him before collecting my barcode. And as the times came out, I knew it was going to be tight. I didn't know it was going to be this tight though. And as the times came online, it was a 19:01. It was painful, 1 or 2 seconds. We did get 5th though. Someone else must have dropped out in the heat along the way. But 19:01, can't be too disappointed in that heat after such a camp. It was a great day at the office, cracking adventure out in Ormskirk. If you want to check out what we do on camp, be sure to check out Laurie's Behind the Brits. I'll put a link somewhere in the description if I remember. Should remember.